Hey guys, it's your boy Triple Kill GT, and for today's video, I'm going to be showing you a parts list for the new RyZen 3 and the best gaming PC for $500 with the new AMD RyZen 3 processor. So let's get started, shall we? Now, which RyZen 3 did I go with? Well, I went with the 1200 and not the 1300X just because they're basically the same, except for the 1300X has a higher clock speed and you can I can't think of it. What is it called? Give me a second. You can overclock it a little bit more than you can with RyZen 3 1200. The RyZen 12300 quad core, it's 3.1 gigahertz to 3.4 gigahertz, and the RyZen 1300X I believe is at 3.4 gigahertz to 3.7. They're both the same except for the RyZen 3 1300X has a higher clock speed. That's what I chose, and it's better than an i3. All the i3s, and it's quad core, and it can beat the i5 7500 and 7400, which an i5 costs like around $200, or maybe that will cost like above $150. But it's amazing how a $100 CPU can be one that costs like around $200 or maybe above $150. Now for the motherboard, I chose an ASRock A320M. It's an ATX motherboard AM4 because that's the new socket that they use instead of AM3 from the old CPUs. And let me see if I can click. Okay, it's got two DIMM slots. I don't know if you can tell that, but it's got two slots so I can put RAM. I only got one stick of RAM, and nothing flashy on this. It has, you connect your monitor to your PC by the graphics card. That's what outputs everything, or else if you have an HDMI port on your motherboard, you can do that as well. So nothing fancy, looks okay. This was the cheapest one if you want it under $500 and it can destroy a console. You know what I mean. Now let's see if RAM. Now I'm sorry I couldn't choose anything cooler, cause you know like you know what I mean. Like these don't look nice. But they are DDR4 2133 megahertz, which is crazy fast. Sorry I couldn't choose one. That's what they look like. The other one costs well above the price. These cost $60. I don't know why they cost so much. Bump in RAM has gone up dramatically. When I built my PC, I had 8 gigabytes of RAM, and that cost me $30. And it was DDR3 1866 megahertz, which was fast for DDR3. It cost me $30. And now whenever I check again, maybe if I'm gonna order a new RAM or something, they cost $60 for an 8 gigabyte, two 4 gigs, or just one single stick of 8 gigabytes of RAM costs like $60 to $50. I'm like, whoa, ho, chill there. Does it look like I have that much money in my wallet? Of course not. So sorry I couldn't choose anything cooler. I mean, if you want it for $500, you can spend a little bit more and get a nicer looking one, but it does the same thing. It just looks better. You know what I mean? It just looks better. It's 2133 megahertz. It's way faster than 1866, and it's DDR4, and I like old gen DDR3. Now for the hard drive, we chose one. Just a Western Digital 1 terabyte hard drive 3.5. It spins at 7,200 RPM. It's fast. It's not as fast as an SSD, but it's pretty fast. My PC boots up in like 30 seconds. Or 20, I'm not for sure. It doesn't take that. Maybe 15 to 20 seconds. That's how fast my thing boots up. 30 would be the max, I think. But that's how fast my PC boots up. It doesn't take that long. And games load pretty fast. They probably take like 30 seconds to load up. Or let's say 40 to 50. Depending on what game it is and how big it is and stuff like that. It's not slow. It's pretty fast. For my boot time on my PC, again, 15, 20, 30 seconds. Games 30 to 40, 50 seconds depending on what game you have. And the write and download speeds are okay. Depending on your Wi-Fi, maybe 15 gigabyte game might download in 3 hours or so, depending on how fast your internet speed is and stuff like that. Right, now the graphics card. Now the graphics card is a 1050 Ti. Now, why did I choose this besides cost? Other GTX 1060 and RX 480 have gone dramatically high up in price. Like legit, they cost like $400, $500 just because of crypto mining and mining for Bitcoins. No one really cares. I don't understand why people care so much about Bitcoin. I mean, you put your PC to the max, like you put it under huge load just to get like $2 per day. Well, I guess $2 per day. Well, depending on what the Bitcoin is, you could get like $50 or let's say 60, or if you find a really nice one, then you could get like $100. But no, just stop doing that. Just if you're gonna buy a PC, buy it for gaming or video editing or something like that. No one really cares about crypto mining, Bitcoin. Nobody gives a fuck about them. You know what I mean? So we chose a GTX 1050 Ti. It's 4 GB, and instead of going with a small card, I went with one that has two fans instead of one, just because I trust GTX. I trust a graphics card that has two fans instead of one. It's cooler. It's probably gonna outperform one with just one fan. You know what I mean? So that's what I chose. A 1050 Ti. It can run games like Counter-Strike Go at over like 60 FPS. It's on max settings. It can run like mostly every GTA. I think it runs. GTA 5 runs over 60 FPS on high and ultra. I'm pretty sure it's high where it runs over 60 FPS. It's close to 70, and it's a good graphics card, but it's not as well as the 1060, which most people have, but they don't have now just because of the Bitcoin and how it raised up the price by a lot. Now, what case did I choose? I chose this Thermal Core V21 Micro Mini case. It's a small case. Maybe you want to go with a low profile. It's also got a window. That's what I meant. Yeah, a window. It's got a window so you can check the stuff inside. So your graphics card, I think, goes like right here. That's where the graphics card. I seen a video with this YouTuber called TechSource. He's a nice YouTuber. Subscribe if you want to go subscribe to him. Just look up TechSource. He should pop right up. I think he did one in this case, and the graphics card is like the thing that you look at. So if you got a nice graphics card and you do buy this case, or maybe you have a little bit more money, then you buy like a 1060, or maybe you buy an RX 480, 580. You know what I mean? It just looks nice, especially if you get an MSI one. Then it's definitely gonna look nice by the window. Nothing flashy. Every part fits in there. It's compatible. It's got I think that's the outtake fan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got airflow, so you can do whatever you want. You can put it right there. Yeah, it's a good case. I think you can stick to 140 millimeter fans on the top. I am not for sure. I didn't do a lot of research on this case. I'm just making a parts list of, but I know how to build a PC. I do know how to make a PC. Now, what power supply? A 500-watt power supply costs $30. Even though you can buy this on Amazon for like $30, even though this is $10 mail-in rebate, it still costs like $30 in Amazon. And this, you probably want the rebates on Newegg. That's why the websites that I trust are Amazon and Newegg. That's basically all I trust. I know there's some other websites, but I have trust issues, you know what I mean, online when I'm ever buying stuff. I hope people do, and just don't buy stuff to get scammed. I either buy it from Newegg or Amazon, and if they don't sell it, or Best Buy. I kind of trust Best Buy, even though I don't know if they have all the PC parts. Best Buy is included as well for maybe like gaming peripheral. I can't say it. Peripheral. Oh, I'm just gonna stop trying. Gaming peripheral. I just can't. Okay, so Amazon and Newegg, that's what I trust. That's what I would recommend. Best Buy for gaming peripherals. Even though it sounded really very, very weird, that's where I would buy it. And this thing should crush 1080p, no doubt about it. Processor beats an i5 7500, 7400, and it beats all i3s, and it's a quad core, good for running GTA 5 and stuff like that. The graphics card, boom. So with combining with this processor and this, they should definitely crush 1080p. It should do over 60 FPS on high settings, and it's definitely a constant killer. Now, what is the price if you didn't do the math calculations in your head and are a genius? Then the total cost comes out to $497.35. Under $500, best gaming PC I could get. Amazing for the price. I'll have all the links of all these parts in the description, or maybe I'll help you. Just click, let's say, here, just click on this, just make the part list, go to pcpicker.com, click on the thing that you want right here, and just click right here. Boom, Amazon. See? Oh crap, it's already out of stock. Fuck. Or now won't available when available. I'm sorry about that. I was making it. I didn't think they were going to be sold out that quickly. But maybe you can get off a Newegg. I think in stock, yep, Newegg's got it. I trust Newegg, so if you want to buy from there, you go. Sale ends in 4 days, Wednesday. So, yeah. And if you don't, if there's a cheap RyZen 300, 1300X, it works with the same motherboard and it works the same. So just buy that one if you have a little bit more cash. See? I actually don't have to maybe put the links down in the description. I will still do, but just click on this and just go to Newegg. Boom. There it is. That's where. Boom. Warning. Products with exposed solder may contain lead, a chemical known in the state of California of cause cancer. Okay. Let's check this out. I don't think it will, because it's just in a box and it's probably going to go in your room. So if that warning is like that, just keep it away from a window or something. Just because I don't want this video like giving you something that you don't want, like cancer. No, I don't want you to give you that, even though it says warning. So if you can, put that away from a window, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get like sued or anything. So yeah, this is one of my parts list. This should be the best $500, and it's under $500. And well, that's pretty much it. Please like, subscribe, comment, you know that, and I'll see you in the next one. Triple Kill GT away.